Hello guys, in this video I would like to talk about Shirakawa-go or Shirakawa-mura. It is a village in Japan located in the north part of Gifu Prefecture near the city of Takayama, one of the snowiest places in Japan. Thanks to this climate, a unique house called Gaso was created. It is a mountainous village separated from everything by mountains, while forests occupy 95% of the village area. It is said that you need to wear mask all the time, even outside, even though there is no people around. That's why I'm wearing mask now. How do you get to this village? You can use your own car, also train or bus. And if you live very far, you can fly by plane to one of the nearby prefectures and from there take a bus. The main bus routes are Kanazawa, about 1.5 hours, Nagoya 3 to 3.5 hours, depending on what are you going to use, bus or train. I must say that the railway will be more expensive, about twice and a little longer than the bus. From Osaka, the journey will take 4.5 hours and Tokyo about 5.5 hours. All information can be found on their official website. It will be in the description, available in English or Japanese. I was traveling by bus from Nagoya, and I can say that the path itself is also very charming. Mountains, snow, nature. For 3 hours you can even take a nap. I left very early in the morning, so I was there about 10 a.m. In fact, you don't need to leave so early. The only advantage that I have arrived so early is that there were not many people. In general, because of Corona, there are not many people anyway. The village is very small. You can view entire village, absolutely everything, visit shops and even have a snack for about 4 hours. What can be done in this village? The village itself is tourist-oriented in terms of antiquity, old houses and nature. You can visit these old houses, Gassho-zukuri, but it will cost you about 300 yen, it's $3 per person. Here at this village is very clear water, as you can see. You can visit this village in summer, spring, autumn or winter. In winter it is very snowy, so this direction is popular because there is not much snow in Japan. I myself went in the winter. It is very beautiful, but there are photos of this village and it definitely worth to visit it in other seasons, whenever you like. When you arrive to the station, you can take a tourist map. It is available in different languages: Japanese, English, Chinese, Korean. this village was the prototype of the village Hinamizawa from the anime When the Cicadas Cry or Higurashi When They Cry. It was copied to a hair in the anime, and thanks to this, the village also has increased interest as a tourist site for the Japanese. In Japan, it is very popular to visit places that have been in anime, and these places are bursting with tourists. Buckwheat is also produced in this village. Since it is grown here, soba noodles are also made from it here. It is also sold and served in restaurants. Almost all the restaurants there are soba places. I strongly recommend you to try it. It is handmade and delicious there. In the restaurant where I had lunch, noodles are cooked from flour every morning. It is as fresh as it gets. Also, a distinctive feature of this village is that only here can be produced a special kind of sake, Japanese alcohol, doburoku. It is sake that fermented but wasn't filtered, and therefore it is muddy. There is a lot of sediment. It can be bought here only during the season when it's produced, or if you get lucky. Also, they give it away at the festival of this sake, so you can get one free. I get lucky, but I found only one store where I managed to buy it. This is how it looks. Well, actually, they put the Barocco label on everything they can, and if you ask if it is real, the answer will be yes. But actually, it's not. And real Barocco sake looks just like that one, with sediment. Also, there is a lot of other alcohol and souvenirs, so you can definitely buy something. Here is some of them. Also, in the village, there are many places to have a snack on the go, all sorts of cutlets with local hidegu beef, which is considered to be very high quality. Also at winter, this village is illuminated. Starting from January, the whole village lights up at night. It's very beautiful. You can take photos, have fun, and in this case, it makes sense to stay overnight in the village itself. But if you arrived earlier, in December for example, staying until the night practically has no point. And here are some of the hotels in the village itself. You can stay in one of these old gashuzukuri houses. They also serve as hotels. Book them directly from the official website or through Japanese tour operators, but it is difficult or impossible to find some of them via tour operators. Therefore, it is best to use official website. Inside they look very interesting. I saw them on pictures. I really wanted to stay in one of these houses for night but couldn't, so I stayed at another hotel about 5 to 10 minutes from this village. By the way, do not regret it at all. This hotel was new, very beautiful and interesting. I will make a different video about it. Liked it very much. As for prices per night, it is about 10 to 20,000 yen, which is around $100 to $200 per person. It all depends on the time of the year, the type of the hotel, and occupancy. Also, there is a hot springs that can be visited just in the village itself for about 600 yen, it's $6. Actually, some of the hotels that can be booked are ryokan. It is when hot spring in the hotel itself. I recommend you to try hot springs. Since village in the mountains, the water is natural and extremely healthy. Other hotels are just guest houses. The road to here will cost you about 3,000 yen, $30 per person one way. I, for example, was traveling from Nagoya by bus. There is even a small pudding shop that looks very cute. There are also several temples. I always liked how Japanese temples looks, very harmonic with nature. But in winter, apparently, they do not work, so I did not get inside. There is also an outside Gaso Museum. In winter it almost does not function and the landscape is also dim, but both on the map and on the photos you can see how beautiful it is here in other seasons. I definitely would recommend you to come here. Incredibly clean air, beautiful nature, you can have a very good rest and completely recharge. I visited it at the end of December. The weather was still warm and there was not much snow. If you want more interesting landscape, then I would advise you to go around January or February when there is both illumination and huge loads of snow.